Hello, restaurant owners and operators. Today, I want to talk to you about one specific thing of many that drive me bananas on your schedule. Here's a way to help you improve your culture and decrease your labor cost. My name is Ryan Gromfin. I'm an author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, and the founder of therestaurantboss.com, as well as clickbacon.com. I also wrote that book back there called Make It Happen. It's a tiny little book for delivering massive results in your restaurant. You can grab a copy of it completely free on our website at therestaurantboss.com. All I ask is you pay a couple dollars so we can ship you the actual book. You can buy it on Amazon, but don't. It's more expensive on Amazon than getting it for free and paying a couple dollars in shipping on our website. With all of that said, let's get into it today about schedules. Now look, when I sat down to create this video about things that drive me crazy on your schedule, I could talk about the fact that most of you don't have a budget for labor, and so you're just creating a blind schedule. Most of you don't have a schedule that's costed out with your team members, or the cost of your team members isn't accurate, right? You gave that person 3 raises in the last 3 years, but you haven't changed them in your scheduling software. And so we're just throwing money away because we're not scheduling to a budget. I could talk to you about how I don't see owners on schedules, even though they work in their restaurant. I could talk about how I don't see managers on schedules, even though they work in the restaurant, salaried employees, team members. I can talk to you about how I don't see positions on schedules. We just see like a name and they're just supposed to come in and just do something, right? Because if they don't have a position, then how do they have a checklist and a prep sheet? But that's not what we're talking about here today. Those are just other things that drive me crazy that if you're not doing on your schedule, you need to be reading my book, watching more of my videos, going through my scale program and using ClickBacon, because you're just throwing money out the door and totally killing your team's culture. I know that insurance for your restaurant is probably the last thing that you want to be dealing with, which is why I'm so excited to tell you about Next and my partnership with them. With all the things you have going on in your restaurant, it's probably the last thing you want to worry about. But maybe you want to save a little bit of money. Maybe you're starting up a new restaurant. Maybe you just need to see if there's a better option out there, right? In today's economy, saving a couple of dollars and a couple of minutes is definitely something that we're all interested in. So with Next Insurance, you do everything online. There's no broker to call. You don't have to deal with a salesperson. You just go online and in less than 6 minutes, you could find out if they're able to beat what you have or if they're able to provide a better product for you. Whether you're quick service, full service, serve alcohol, don't serve alcohol, if you have delivery drivers, their online questionnaire will help you answer all those questions and get you a fully customizable quote for as much or as little insurance as you need for your restaurant. The best part about it is it's all done online. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy. Check out the link in the description below. What we're going to talk about today is one specific thing: scheduling to volume. I hate. It drives me crazy. It irks me. It gives me hives and the heebie-jeebies when I'm looking at a client's schedule and it says volume. An example of this, if you're not familiar with it, would be, let's say, a server who comes in at 4 o'clock and then it says volume. And then you have another server who comes in at 5 and it says volume. And I totally understand why you're doing this. It's wrong, but I understand why you're doing it. You're doing it because if we're slow, I want to send them home early, right? So when the volume declines, we'll send them home. Here's the problem with this. The expectation, the conversation with your part-time, low-hour servers should always be that whatever we have on the schedule, there's always the chance that we'll send you home early. That's part of the position. If someone wants guaranteed full-time hours, they'll either be one of your highest level servers, one of your servers that are open to close or at least whatever till close. They're the last ones out. They have more responsibility. Or they should be in management and moving up your ladder, and they shouldn't be picking up shifts here and there as part-time servers. Now, you can argue with me on that, and that's fine. I'm happy to engage in as many arguments as we want. But here's the problem with volume. If I'm a younger team member or even older, but if I'm just a team member who's coming in and it says volume and it's a Friday night And for the last couple of Friday nights, we've slowed down around 9:30. I might want to make some plans with some friends that say, hey, like, yeah, I'll meet you at that bar at 10 o'clock, or yeah, let's go see a 10:15 movie. I should be out of there, no problem at all. And then you get busy. And now at 9:15, you have someone who's chomping at the bit to go home because they have plans. But you're going to need to keep them there. And they're either going to not perform, they're going to be angry, or they're just going to ask to be cut. Never schedule to volume. Schedule them until the time that you think you need them. And if you need to send them home earlier, then have a conversation. Find someone on your team who wants to go home early and send them home early. But please, please, please don't use volume on your schedule and then be surprised when someone's angry that they didn't get sent home or have made plans and has to leave early. Oh, and there's one more thing that I absolutely hate about the way a lot of restaurants schedule. You can't send out a schedule on Sunday that starts on Monday. You have got to have your schedules out by Wednesday at the latest for Monday. I prefer Tuesday, and I know that's hard on you, but think about how hard it is on your team when you're giving them a schedule on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday for Monday, and then you're surprised when they have plans or when they can't honor that schedule. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I thoroughly enjoyed bringing it to you. Head on over to therestaurantboss.com, grab a copy of your book, check out our scale program, check out our membership, head over to clickbacon.com and learn about our new software that integrates to your POS system, integrates to your QuickBooks Online or your Restaurant 365, gathers all this data and gives you the most beautiful financial reporting you have ever seen in your life, so you could increase your sales, decrease your expenses, and make more money. Have an absolutely amazing day. And remember, systems create freedom, freedom creates value, and value creates scale. I love every single one of you crazy restaurant people. I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.
Make It Happen is the book I wish I had when I was operating restaurants. Inside are the lessons that took me 10 years to learn and 10 more years of teaching to perfect. I've condensed the most important lessons into this tiny book for building a big restaurant business. I am on a mission to improve restaurants all over the world. Because of that, I want to send you a free copy. Grab yours today at therestaurantboss.com.